Hello traders, this is Marek from Trading Academy. I am glad to welcome you into this video. Today I would like to talk about single candlestick patterns like hammer, pin bar or shooting star and how we can use them in line with price action pyramid. If you want to enhance your technique of trading single candlestick pattern, definitely stay here. If I will start talking about the hammer or shooting star single candlestick patterns, I'm not sure who did invite the patterns, probably Morahise Homa or somebody else. But if I talk about pin bar, it was Martin Prink, and he as first started calling these kind of patterns pin bars in his book Technical Analysis Explained. Every pattern has specific general kind of rules, but traders usually adjust their rules for their own. The same as me. We will talk more about that in few minutes. These single candlestick patterns are usually explained as reversals against the trend. So let's start with hammer. Market is going down with some downtrend. And let's say that we hit some important support here and market form hammer here. We have body and wick, and generally it's said that wick should be 2 times more bigger, more larger than the body of the hammer. After this hammer is formed, usually traders can't wait for some confirmation, maybe some bar closing above the body of hammer. I would like to talk more about order flow in this case because, we are entering against important order flow. We have this impulsive movement down with correction, and now we have just only one candle with some wick. And entering just because of that without any other reason, we just want to change our thinking about that. I think there should be much more information why we should step into the market. For example, some order flow patterns of trapped sellers here, but not just because of price action. And the same shooting star. Market is trending up and maybe we hit some important resistance here, and body wick of shooting star, wick should be at least again 2 times larger than body, and we would like to enter against the trend. For me, does not represent overall order flow and changing of the trend, because still we have order flow for, let's say, longer period of time, and just because of one bar we would like to change our trend. What I would like to encourage you is use these patterns with the trend. You will have much more probability on your side. If market is going down, and for example here is formed some candlestick pattern with larger wick above the body, shooting star, pin bar, whatever you want, and I would like to go short and at least speculating for this swing and maybe some more important level from higher time frame. Let's talk about pin bar very fast. Pin bar is usually described that we have body of candle and wick must be at least 3 times bigger than body. And somebody has another rules that, for example, body must be within the body of previous candles like here. And some traders can wait for confirmation, go with reversal. Definitely this can be working, but I would like to encourage you again to use it with momentum movements. You will have more edge on your side. Just few points regarding the pin bars. What is usually said that how is pin bar formed? Usually it is that buyers are pushing up here, but in the end they are trapped here or somewhere here, and market is again in control by bears. So there is a change in order flow context, of course, but definitely we should take into account the big picture of the chart, of the market, stock, whatever you want. And another specific, usually pin bar is explained as false breakout because usually it should be formed like some resistance level, like here. Market is just hitting and there is some breakout, but in the end, bears are in control and they can push the market below the resistance. Let's go to examples. I select market GBP/USD, and we would like to find some interesting single candlestick pattern in line with our strategy. And I see something very important what I would like to mention, and you can see this single candlestick pattern as a single. It can be hammer or pin bar. Critics of these single candlestick patterns usually says that it's too late to trade them because we would like to trade disbalances, and this disbalance was actually in this wick here. And when you are trading this here, for example, or here, it's too late. I think that it is better to trade for momentum and be prepared to take a trade before any candlestick pattern will appear. Like here, we would like to actually ideally open long here. And as you can see, this was place of liquidity and accordingly with momentum. Another nice example is here, momentum up, support here, and we see this hammer according with momentum, and we would like to maybe trade it. So for me, this is really nice opportunity to take a trade here. It is in line with overall order flow. You can see how market react on that with really nice risk-reward ratio. I see here, this is really nice example of pin bar here. We see really long nose of Pinocchio, and this is resistance, strong rejection actually, and you can see how the pattern works. We have this momentum movement down. We just got some form here of single candlestick pattern. And let's open trade here. If we would open the trade here accordingly with timing of single candlestick pattern, we got stop loss here for some good reason. Okay, we've got some retest, shooting star in line with the trend direction. So we would like to speculate to short. And we've seen some nice reaction here to this support here. This is all from me regarding this single candlestick pattern in this video. Hope that you like it, hope that it will be helpful for you. I would like to encourage you to use this single candlestick pattern at momentum movements as I mentioned. Again, I would agree with anybody who uses single candlestick patterns in line with his strategy and it works for him. I use single candlestick patterns also as reversals, but with another information like order flow, strong level, and so on and so on. I hope that you've got an idea how can you use this single candlestick pattern a little bit differently from what is said generally in trading community. And this is all for this video, so do not miss other videos of our live trading tips and so on. Then please subscribe us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And meanwhile, I wish you be profitable with single candlestick patterns.